What if I told you that growing older doesn't have to mean growing weaker? That somewhere between 65 and 80, there are men and women who move with the ease of someone decades younger, who carry themselves with strength, sharpness, and energy that defies the usual story of aging. They're not just lucky or blessed with good genes. They've kept certain abilities, often without even realizing how important they are, that quietly set them apart from the crowd and put them on a path toward living not just longer, but better. And here's the surprising part. If you can still do a handful of simple things, you might be one of them. Wisdom beyond 60, dear friends. This isn't about magic potions or rare diets. It's about the everyday actions your body can still perform. The ones that speak volumes about your health, your independence, and your future. Too many people assume that once you reach a certain age, decline is inevitable, that you'll lose strength, balance, or mental clarity whether you like it or not. But the truth? Some of us age differently. Some of us keep the power to get up without help, walk briskly without gasping, remember names and stories like it was yesterday. And these aren't small details. They're powerful clues about how long and how well we might live. I want you to picture something. You're sitting in your favorite chair, no arms to push off from. You lean forward slightly and rise, steady and sure, no wobbling, no hesitation. That single movement says more about your muscles, your balance, and your life expectancy than you might believe. Now imagine stepping outside for a walk. Your pace is strong, your breath easy, your stride confident. That, too, is a marker of vitality, one that doctors quietly pay attention to because it's tied directly to heart health and longevity. These abilities are like the hidden language of your body, sending messages about how well you're aging. And if you've kept them, it means something remarkable. You're part of a rare group that may have a far better shot at celebrating your 90th birthday, and perhaps even your 100th, while still living life on your own terms. But here's the catch. Not everyone knows whether they still have these abilities until they're gone. That's why this video matters. Over the next few minutes, we're going to walk through 8 key signs that you're aging well. Some will be obvious, others might surprise you, and one in particular, right at the end, could be the most important of all. Miss it, and you might miss a chance to protect your independence for years to come. So before we dive in, I'd like to ask a small favor. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. It's free, it supports our channel, and it gives us the motivation to create more helpful, inspiring videos for you and others who care about living well after 60. And now, a quick question for you to think about, and I'd love for you to answer in the comments. Be honest with yourself. Which do you think is a stronger sign of healthy aging? A, the ability to walk at a brisk pace without losing your breath. B, the ability to balance on one foot for at least 10 seconds. Type A or B in the comments, and let's see which one our community believes matters most. One of the simplest yet most powerful indicators of how well you're aging isn't about how far you can walk. It's about how quickly and comfortably you can move from point A to point B. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still walk at a steady, brisk pace without feeling winded, you're already ahead of the curve. It's not just a matter of being in shape. Your walking speed tells a hidden story about your heart, lungs, muscles, and overall vitality. In fact, doctors often use walking pace as a quiet but reliable measure of life expectancy because it reflects the strength of so many systems in your body working together. Think for a moment about the last time you took a walk, maybe to the store, around your block, or even just from the parking lot to your front door. Did you move with energy, a sense of purpose, and a rhythm that felt natural? Or did you notice yourself slowing down, pausing more often, maybe even feeling short of breath sooner than you expected? These small details, often brushed aside, can be early signs of how your body is changing with age. Walking briskly is about much more than leg strength. It means your heart is pumping efficiently, your lungs are delivering oxygen where it's needed, your muscles have endurance, and your balance is still sharp. It also means your brain and nervous system are keeping pace, literally, coordinating each step without hesitation. When one of these systems begins to decline, your walking speed is often one of the first places it shows. Let's take an example. Imagine a man named William, 74 years old. He's always enjoyed long walks, but recently, without even realizing it, his pace has slowed. It's not that he can't walk far. He still can, but he catches himself breathing heavier on small inclines and taking more frequent rests. For him, the change was gradual, almost invisible, until one day he tried to cross a street before the light changed and realized he couldn't make it in time. That was his wake-up call. He started timing his walks, pushing himself just a little bit faster each week. Slowly but surely, he noticed his breathing ease, his steps feel lighter, and his confidence return. Why does this matter so much? Because your walking speed is like a snapshot of your cardiovascular health. Studies have shown that older adults who maintain a faster walking pace live longer, have lower rates of heart disease, and even show better cognitive performance. It's a whole-body exercise that keeps your joints moving, your blood circulating, and your mind engaged. It also lowers your risk of falls by keeping your muscles active and responsive. Improving your walking speed doesn't require extreme workouts or expensive equipment. In fact, the best approach is gradual and consistent. Start by walking more often, around your neighborhood, in the mall, or at a local park. Focus on your posture. Stand tall, look ahead, keep your shoulders relaxed. Swing your arms naturally and take slightly longer strides. Over time, challenge yourself by adding short bursts of faster walking, as if you were hurrying to meet someone or catch a bus. For those who may already feel winded after short distances, don't be discouraged. Endurance can be rebuilt at any age. Even adding a few minutes of walking at a comfortable pace each day will strengthen your muscles and train your heart to work more efficiently. Pairing this with light strength training, like calf raises, step-ups, or gentle squats, will give you even more stability and power in your steps. And here's something many people don't realize. Walking briskly also benefits your brain. The increased blood flow delivers oxygen and nutrients that help maintain memory, focus, and problem-solving skills. This is why people who walk regularly tend to have a lower risk of cognitive decline as they age. Walking speed may seem like a small detail, but it's a powerful reflection of how well your body is functioning. If you can still move quickly and confidently, you're not just covering ground. You're signaling that your heart, lungs, muscles, and mind are all working together in harmony. That's a rare and valuable thing to hold on to. So the next time you head out for a walk, pay attention to your pace. Feel the rhythm of your steps, the strength in your legs, and the ease of your breath. If it feels strong and steady, take it as a sign you're on the right path, not just in that moment, but for the years ahead. And if it doesn't, see it as an opportunity to rebuild what's slipping away. The investment you make in your walking pace today can pay you back in years of independence, energy, and vitality. Balance is something most of us take for granted until the moment we start to lose it. You don't think much about standing steady on your feet when everything is working well. But the ability to balance, even for just a short time, is more than a simple physical skill. It's a powerful sign of how well your body, brain, and nervous system are aging together. If you're between 65 and 80 and can still stand on one foot for 10 seconds without tipping over, you're in better shape than many people your age, and you may not even realize it. This might sound like a small thing, but in reality, it's a complex test of your body's coordination. When you balance on one foot, your muscles, joints, inner ear, vision, and brain are working together in perfect harmony. Your muscles adjust constantly, your eyes help orient you in space, and your brain processes all that information in real time to keep you from falling. When even one part of that chain weakens, your balance begins to fade, often before you notice it happening. Think back to a small daily task like putting on socks or pants while standing. Were you able to do it without reaching for a wall or chair? Or did you find yourself leaning, wobbling, or needing extra support? These are small signs, but they can point to a gradual loss of stability. And here's why it matters so much. Balance isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about keeping your independence for years to come. Let's take Frank's story as an example. At 76, he had always considered himself active. But one morning, while getting dressed, he noticed something surprising. Standing on one foot to pull on his pants felt harder than it used to. Curious, he tried balancing on one leg without holding on to anything. Within 3 seconds, he had to put his foot down. That moment was a wake-up call. He didn't wait for things to get worse. He started adding simple balance exercises into his daily routine. Heel raises while brushing his teeth, side leg lifts while waiting for the kettle to boil, and shifting his weight from one foot to the other while watching TV. Within a month, his stability had improved noticeably, and his confidence in everyday movements returned. Why is this ability such a big deal? Because poor balance is one of the strongest predictors of falls in older adults, and falls are a leading cause of serious injury, hospitalization, and loss of independence. Good balance means your muscles are strong, your reflexes are sharp, and your brain is responding quickly to keep you upright. Testing your own balance is simple. Stand near a sturdy counter or wall for safety. Lift one foot off the ground and see how long you can hold it without wobbling. If you can manage 10 seconds or more without holding on, you're doing well. If it's a struggle, that's not a reason to panic. It's a sign to start working on it now. The good news is that balance can improve at any age with consistent practice. Simple exercises like standing heel to toe, gentle yoga poses such as the tree pose, or even walking in a straight line while focusing on a point ahead can help train your body to stay steady. Strengthening your core and leg muscles through activities like squats, step-ups, or seated leg lifts will also make a difference. Even small, everyday changes, like standing on one foot while washing dishes, can help retrain your balance systems. What many people overlook is that balance training benefits far more than just stability. It strengthens the mind-body connection, improves coordination, and builds confidence in your movement. That confidence changes how you live. You're more likely to stay active, to participate in social events, to go for walks or trips without worrying about a stumble or fall. And staying active is one of the most important keys to healthy aging. Here's the deeper truth. Balance is not just a physical skill, it's a reflection of your overall health. A steady stance means your muscles are engaged, your nervous system is responsive, and your brain is processing information efficiently. It means you're still moving through life with agility and control, even as the years pass. So the next time you're waiting in line, brushing your teeth, or standing in the kitchen, try lifting one foot just a few inches off the ground. Feel your body adjust, your muscles engage, and your mind focus on staying steady. If you can hold it with ease, take a quiet moment to appreciate what that means. You're not just balanced in that moment, you're balanced in your life. And if you can't, that's your invitation to start rebuilding this crucial skill today. Because here's the thing, balance is like a silent insurance policy for your future. The stronger it is, the more freedom you'll have to live on your own terms for years to come. One of the clearest signs that your body is aging well is something surprisingly simple, your ability to get down on the floor and then get back up without anyone's help. It might not seem like a big deal at first. After all, how often do you really need to sit on the floor? But this movement is actually a powerful reflection of your flexibility, strength, coordination, and overall mobility. And the truth is, once you lose it, it can be hard to get it back. Being able to lower yourself to the ground and rise again isn't just about muscles. It's about how your entire body works together. Your legs provide the power to lift you. Your core keeps you stable. Your arms assist in balance. And your joints must be mobile enough to move smoothly through the motion. If any part of that system weakens, the movement becomes awkward or even impossible. That's why so many people over 65 start avoiding the floor altogether. They fear they won't be able to get back up. But here's the problem. When you stop using a movement, your body gradually loses the ability to perform it. Think about the last time you dropped something on the ground. Did you instinctively bend down and pick it up? Or did you hesitate, maybe even call someone else to help? These little moments can reveal more about your physical condition than you might expect. For some, the fear isn't about the act of bending. It's about the uncertainty of getting back up again without strain, pain, or the risk of falling. Take Joseph's story as an example. At 78, he loved spending time with his grandson. One afternoon, his grandson wanted to play a board game on the living room floor. Joseph smiled, But deep down, he hesitated. The thought of sitting cross-legged and then trying to stand again without wobbling made him nervous. That hesitation was a turning point for him. Instead of accepting that this was just aging, Joseph decided to rebuild his mobility. He began with simple, controlled movements, kneeling, shifting his weight, and slowly standing without using furniture for support. Over time, those small, deliberate practices restored his confidence. Now, he can join his grandson on the floor without a second thought. And that small victory has given him more freedom in many other parts of his life. Why does this ability matter so much? Because it's directly tied to independence. If you can comfortably get down and up, you can pick things off the floor, tie your shoes, play with children, and even recover from a fall without needing assistance. On the other hand, losing this skill can make you avoid situations altogether, slowly shrinking your world. There's also a serious health connection. Research shows that those who maintain the ability to get off the floor on their own tend to live longer, more active lives. It's a sign that your muscles are strong, your joints are mobile, and your coordination is still sharp. These are all factors that help prevent falls and injuries, two of the biggest risks to health and independence in older adults. If you're unsure whether you still have this ability, try a simple test. Make sure you're near a sturdy chair or wall for safety. Slowly lower yourself to the floor, using as little assistance from your hands as possible. Then try to stand back up the same way. If you can do this without strain or imbalance, it's a fantastic sign. If not, don't be discouraged. This is something you can train for. Start by practicing partial movements, like squatting down to a low stool and rising again. Work on core and leg strength with exercises like seated leg lifts, wall sits, and gentle lunges. Include flexibility training through light stretching or yoga, which helps your joints move freely. And most importantly, practice the full movement regularly so your body stays familiar with it. The real beauty of maintaining this skill is the confidence it brings. When you know you can move freely between standing and sitting on the floor, everyday life feels easier. You're more likely to stay active, say yes to new experiences, and participate in family activities without hesitation. That confidence isn't just physical, it's emotional too. It reminds you that age doesn't have to define your limits. So the next time you're tempted to avoid the floor, think about what that decision really means. It's not just about comfort, it's about capability. And capability is one of the clearest signs of a body that's not just aging, but aging well. Maintaining this simple yet powerful ability could be the difference between living cautiously and living fully. And in the journey of life after 60, that difference is everything. One of the simplest but most revealing tests of your overall strength and vitality is whether you can carry a full bag of groceries without feeling strained. At first glance, this may seem like just another daily task, but in reality, it's a powerful indicator of your muscle endurance, grip strength, and functional fitness, the kind of strength you actually use to live independently. If you can lift, hold, and carry that weight without hesitation, it speaks volumes about your body's ability to support you in the years ahead. Grocery bags don't just test your arms, they engage your entire upper body. Your shoulders stabilize the load, your back supports the movement, your core keeps you balanced, and your legs help you maintain a steady stride. Even your grip plays a bigger role than you might think. In fact, studies have found that grip strength alone is one of the most reliable predictors of longevity. Those with strong hands often have stronger overall muscle function, better mobility, and a higher chance of maintaining independence well into later life. Think about the last time you brought groceries in from the car. Did you carry them in one smooth trip, or did you find yourself setting them down halfway? Did you switch hands often because your fingers felt weak or sore? These small moments can quietly reveal changes in your body's strength. And the truth is, those changes often come on gradually. You may not notice them until everyday tasks start to feel harder than they used to. Richard's story is a perfect example. At 75, he considered himself in decent shape. He didn't go to the gym, but he stayed active with gardening and occasional walks. One afternoon, after a regular grocery run, he realized carrying the bags up the front steps left him unusually tired. He had to pause to catch his breath, and his hands ached from gripping the handles. That moment stuck with him, not because of the groceries, but because he felt a glimpse of what losing independence might look like. Determined not to let that happen, Richard began adding small strength exercises to his daily routine. Nothing extreme, just squeezing a rubber ball for grip strength, lifting light hand weights, and doing push-ups against the kitchen counter. Within a few months, not only was he carrying groceries with ease again, but he noticed he had more energy for everything else in life. Maintaining this kind of everyday strength isn't about lifting heavy weights or spending hours in the gym. It's about consistent, functional movement. You can train your grip with simple exercises like holding a stress ball, using resistance bands, or carrying light weights for short distances. You can keep your upper body strong by doing wall push-ups, seated rows with a resistance band, or shoulder presses with soup cans if you don't have dumbbells. And you can protect your back and posture by engaging your core during these movements, ensuring that you're lifting with stability rather than strain. The benefits go far beyond just carrying groceries. Strong hands and arms help you open jars, move furniture, pick up grandchildren, and handle countless other tasks without hesitation. They reduce the risk of injuries from awkward lifting, improve your balance by giving you better control over your movements, and keep your joints healthier by maintaining the surrounding muscles. The flip side is that when you lose this strength, the ripple effects are significant. You might find yourself relying more on others for help, avoiding certain activities, or even risking injury by pushing yourself beyond what your body can comfortably do. This gradual loss of capability can quietly chip away at your confidence and independence. That's why it's worth paying attention now. If you can carry a bag of groceries comfortably, celebrate it. It's a sign your body is still working well. But if you struggle, see it not as a failure, but as a signal. Your muscles can be rebuilt, your grip can be strengthened, and your endurance can grow, no matter your age. The body responds to consistent effort, even when that effort starts small. Imagine a future where you can handle these tasks with ease well into your 80s and beyond. That's not just about physical strength. It's about freedom. It's about being able to take care of yourself, enjoy spontaneous moments, and move through life without feeling limited by your body. Carrying a grocery bag might seem ordinary, but in the bigger picture, it's one of the clearest signs that you're still capable of living fully on your own terms. So the next time you lift those bags, pay attention. Are you doing it with confidence, or are you straining? That simple answer could tell you more about your long-term health than you realize. And if you want to keep saying yes to the life you love, the best time to protect and build that strength is right now. Aging well isn't about chasing youth or pretending the years haven't passed. It's about embracing the strength, wisdom, and resilience you've built over a lifetime, while still taking small, intentional steps to keep your body and mind strong. Every movement you make, every habit you keep, every choice you make in your daily life adds up to something far bigger than you may realize. Whether it's the simple act of standing from a chair without help, walking briskly without losing your breath, or carrying your groceries with confidence, these little victories are proof that you're not just surviving, you're thriving. They are signs that you're still capable of living on your own terms, and that's a gift worth protecting. The truth is, none of these abilities are set in stone. Strength can fade, balance can be lost, and energy can dip. But the beauty is, you can also rebuild them. You can take back what time has tried to take away. Even the smallest daily effort, 5 minutes of stretching, a short walk, lifting a light weight, can create powerful changes when done consistently. The body is incredibly adaptable, and no matter your age, it responds to the care and attention you give it. But this isn't just about the physical side of aging. It's also about mindset. Staying curious, engaged, and hopeful plays just as big a role in longevity as any exercise or diet. When you keep your mind active, nurture your relationships, and keep setting goals, you give yourself a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to keep moving forward. That's how you build not just years in your life, but life in your years. The lesson here is simple but powerful. Aging well is not an accident. It's the result of showing up for yourself every day in small but meaningful ways. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. Start with one thing. an extra walk, a few balance exercises, or swapping one unhealthy habit for a better one. These little choices build on each other, creating momentum and strength you'll feel in every part of your life. So, I want to leave you with this. Your health is your freedom. Protect it, invest in it, and celebrate it. And if today's video has reminded you of something you can start doing right now to care for yourself, don't just think about it. Do it. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful or inspiring, please consider subscribing to Beyond 60 Wisdom. Your support means the world to us, and it gives us the motivation to keep creating more videos to help you live a longer, stronger, and more joyful life. Leave a comment below and tell us one small change you're going to make starting today. We'd love to hear your thoughts, and your words might inspire someone else to take action too. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here, for sharing your time with me, and for being part of this community. Let's keep moving forward together, one step at a time.